Even if your kids are throwing a fit and you're stressed out, the words that you speak over them are still so incredibly powerful in those moments, and they have the power to shape the way your kids view themselves, the way they view God, the way they view the world, and the way that they actually go on to live their lives. So today I just wanted to talk about the power that your words have over your kids and to encourage you to be thoughtful about what you are saying to them. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, LovedHappy. My name is Kaylin. I'm so glad to have you here today. Thought of disciplining my daughter and just what I'm speaking to my daughter has become more and more relevant to me. I have been more thoughtful about what I'm speaking to her, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that. First off, I just want you to take a moment and realize that everything that you perceive about yourself in life was taught to you. It's not something that's inherent and that you know when you're born. It's something that is formed into you by your parents, by your experience, by other influences in your life. And I bet there are times in your past or in your life where someone has said something to you and it has really stuck to you and it has changed the way you see yourself. Even as adults, we still carry these things into adulthood. What we speak to our kids is so powerful. And oftentimes, especially when they are doing something that's naughty or bad or inappropriate, you're apt to say something like, "You're a really bad girl, I cannot believe you did that." Or even worse, that's not like angry, but we could say it with rage and with anger. That really impacts their soul. And when we tell our kids, "You are naughty, you are a bad girl, you're a brat," it might sound harmless. It's not good to teach our kids to believe that they are brats. It's not good to teach our kids to believe that they are a bad boy or a bad girl. Because when we believe those things about ourselves, we act out of that. So you don't want to be telling your kid you're a bad boy, because in his mind, if he believes he's a bad boy, he's going to be acting out of that again and again. So we can actually perpetuate negative behavior if we sow into that and if we speak that identity over our kids. It's obviously okay and important to tell our kids when they do things that are not appropriate or not allowed in your home or that are disrespectful. You can let them know that behavior is bad, but you don't want to tell them that they themselves are bad. I think our generation is so much more thoughtful about these sorts of things, which I think is amazing. I think the past generation, they just had other focuses, and I think generation after generation, we continue to inherit different things and we expand upon them and we forget different things. And I think it's awesome that we tend to be way more thoughtful in this generation. But just be careful, even shutting down different gifts in your child or telling them that they're only good at this. You know, obviously outside influences have a big role, but especially as parents of young children, we have access to them before they receive all these messages from the world, and they already are getting them. And that's why it's even more important to be thoughtful about what we're saying to them. And just as I'm saying, be careful of the negative things you might be speaking of your kids, be thoughtful to speak out the good in them and to tell them who they are. Take the time to understand the gifts that your kid has, because even when they're young, even with my daughter being a year and a half, I can see gifts that she has that God has placed in her that are unique to her. And I think it's so important to speak into those and to encourage her of those and to build her up in those so that she knows that she's a generous girl, so that she knows that she is helpful, that she is so observant and good at watching things and analyzing things, because she really is. I tell her that God loves her and that God has a plan for her life and that she is kind and that she is such a good friend to others and she is good at sharing. Even when she's not actually exhibiting, super kind behaviors, I remind her that she is a kind person. I think it's important in those times, even when they're struggling and not doing well in those things, to remind them, no, you are kind. No, you are a good sharer. No, you are really a patient girl. I know God has put patience in you, and I just call those things out of her. As little kids, they're just little sponges soaking up everything. If we're telling them rash things that aren't going to build them up and that are going to kind of keep them in a box for the rest of their lives, I do not want to tell her those things, and I want to pour as much good, as many affirmations that are true and beneficial to her as I can while I have this strong point of influence in her life. And I just want to encourage you to do the same. Be thoughtful about what you're saying to your kids and slow down when you're angry and stressed when you speak to them, but also have grace. We all have our moments, and if you have done things in the past, just pray. Prayer helps so much in raising your kids. I really think it just will put bumpers on them forever and protect them from a lot. Also in the Bible, it says love covers a multitude of sins. If you have made mistakes in the past, especially if they're older, I would go to them and repent and tell them, you know what, this has been on my mind. I told you this one time and that's not true. Tell them the truth about themselves. We can go back and apologize and we can right those wrongs. So anyways, I hope this message gives you hope and encourages you to be thoughtful about your words. Our words are also powerful over other people in our lives. They truly are, but especially our children's. Even if you aren't a parent, be thoughtful about the words that you speak to other people, to your friends and your parents, and siblings. Our words are truly incredibly powerful. Use them for good and use them to build people up. If you missed my last video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A, so make sure to leave any questions you have about anything about me, life, motherhood, marriage, health down below in the comments so that I can answer them in an upcoming video. If you're interested in more uplifting motivational videos about God, purpose, motherhood, health, and marriage, definitely don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!